Gather round, gather round. My name is Uncle Ron. You've landed on my porch. Grab a chair, have a seat, get some coffee or some cold brew. Let's have a conversation about how you can grow your business using organic digital marketing methods. I am here to give you the tips, tricks, and cheat codes that I personally use every single day in running and growing my businesses from here in the middle of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. This week, we are talking all about conversions on your website. That means we are having people visit our website and they are raising their hand to attempt to do business with us. This can be a form submission. This can be a chat bot. It can be an email into a central inbox. It can be a phone call. All of them are valid. All of them are ways that different types of people will respond to the content that you produce on your website, your YouTube channel, and your social media channels. You need to enable people to respond to you in several different ways because different types of people will respond and feel comfortable in those different types of mechanisms. I told you yesterday that if you could just simply improve your conversion rate 50%, you would potentially see a 50% uptick in your revenue from your sales. I gave you a real life example of the amount of money that is made for each home and auto insurance policy that we sell. If you can move your conversion rate from 1% to 1.5%, you can absolutely improve those revenue numbers. And that's a very obvious reason why you should be focused on improving conversions. But there are other reasons as well. I've alluded to the fact that there are fluctuations in website traffic trends from one month to the next. Some of that is seasonality that we see within particular industries. Insurance definitely has a seasonal component to it. If you are working on home and auto insurance, that is a late April to middle of September sales cycle where a lot of that goes on because houses are bought and sold typically during that time period in their 12-month policies. It's real simple. You see things slow down during December, January, and February because there aren't many house transactions going on. But there are bigger problems out there from a website traffic with respect to organic search. It is what is known as a zero-click search result. When we have traditionally looked at search engine result pages, you go to Google, you type in a question, a phrase, a word, and back comes a set of results. That is a search engine result page. In olden times, when I had hair and the internet was still kind of young, the percentage of people who got to a search engine result page and then subsequently clicked on a link on that page was very high. I mean, it was some crazy number like 75%. Today, we are seeing fewer and fewer people click through a link and visit a website. They've named this zero-click search results. People aren't clicking through, and let's talk about why, especially the organic results. If you are looking at a Google search result page on a computer, a desktop screen, a laptop screen, at the very top of that page, there are now all kinds of things to prevent the searcher from finding your organic result. We are seeing 3 to 5 ads. We are seeing a section called People Also Ask. We are seeing a section of discussions and forums. We are seeing people also search for, and then there's this thing called the AI overview. All of those things can be at the top of the search result page before we ever get to the organic search results. What that is doing is it is decreasing the number of people who are actually seeing and clicking through to those organic searches. Ads are always going to be there. They've always been there from almost the very beginning. There's not a whole lot that can be done, but what happens with the people also ask for, the discussions and forums, and the people also search for, they're accordions. There's a little drop down arrow, and if somebody sees a specific question that they might think is better or is a specific answer that they might think is the right one to whatever the original question is, they will hit that drop down. They will read that snippet. Even if it came from your website, they won't click through. It's become very important to notate this. The discussions in forums can be Reddit. This can be online forums like Quora. This is where people are able to see what was the question asked in the original post of that discussion forum, and then what was considered the best answer to that based off of metrics like upvotes and downvotes. This is all at the top before people ever get to your organic search content. It's why we're seeing a decrease in some of these instances. The other piece of this is the AI effect. Gemini is providing AI overviews at the very top of a lot of search result pages now. It's taking up a lot of real estate. And all of those organic searches, like the first search result, maybe the top 2 or 3, used to be above the fold. They were on the screen when the search results were returned. This Gemini-powered AI overview of whatever your question is has put itself at the very top of the page. It's even above the paid ads in many instances. It is pushing organic results down, and it's providing answers, very specific answers to questions. Now, I will remind you, a lot of those answers are hallucinations. They are made up. They are only to be trusted when you can verify what they're saying. But people don't always understand that. It has made less click-throughs on everything below because people can know what this answer is. They'll give a website citation if it's available, and then people will move on and they won't actually click through. It's having a profound effect. All of that is one of the massive reasons you need to be worrying about the conversions of people who get on your website. As it becomes harder to get them there because of zero-click search results, because of social media algorithms that are trying to keep people on their platform, you need to make sure that you're maximizing the throughput of people who wind up on your site. This is part of why I saw a drastic decrease in traffic in August. We had the core update, which scrambled some of the results that we had been seeing over this preceding months, but we've also seen this Gemini powered AI overview be put back into the search results on the Google pages, and it is absolutely pushing things down the page. I'm Uncle Ron. You've been on my porch. I know I got a little geeky today, but this is important information while you're looking at and thinking about how you're creating the content that you're putting onto the web and what you're doing with it. If you are not on my email list, open up a browser window, type in bit.ly/porch, capitalize the P in porch. I'll drop an email on Saturday morning that will summarize everything we've talked about this week. It'll give you a tool to deploy it. Tomorrow and Friday, we are going to talk about how to make your pages convert better. I'll see you here on the porch.